guys, Sarah Beyer with the Ketone Craze. So I just wanted to speak with you guys for a few minutes on what to do if you have plateaued on your keto diet experience. I have just a couple pointers to outline here about what you can do if you feel like you've hit a plateau. And as you can see, my little man is in the background playing a little bit, so you might hear a little bit of noise back there. But anyways, so you've started the keto diet. You know that it is a low-carb, high-fat diet. It's very helpful because your body just doesn't hold on to as much water when you're in ketosis as you would if you're eating carbs and sugar. You know, it's a diet where you're going to feel more satisfied because the things that you're eating have a higher caloric value. They're also more satisfying when you're allowing yourself to eat those fats. But again, it's possible to experience a plateau in this diet just like with any other diet. So I wanted to first talk with you about intermittent fasting, which is something I highly recommend. I would tell everyone to try this first. So intermittent fasting, which I have another YouTube video on this, but it's basically just lengthening your window of fasting. So when we're asleep, guys, we are normally fasting. So say you're asleep from 10 to 6, that's an 8-hour fast. So we're basically just telling you to increase the window where you're not eating, shorten the window where you are eating. So this is going to allow your body a longer time to burn off all the calories you've taken in, and then you're going to tap into the fat that your body is storing and start to burn that off. So you're going to see a lot of benefits with weight loss with intermittent fasting. You know, you're still going to eat the same amount of calories, you're going to have the same number of meals, but you're basically just shortening that time. And you may find when you do this that it goes pretty easily, that you aren't even hungry because, again, the foods that you're eating are more satisfying. So an example of this would be to fast, so to have your last meal around 7:30, so you're going to be fasting from 8 p.m. to noon the next day. That's a 16-hour fast. So you're not eating in that period of time, and then you are eating between 12 and 8. So that 16 hours, your body is going to be burning off everything you've eaten in your eating window, and then it's going to start to burn that stored fat. So you're going to see amazing results with this. You might find, again, it's easy to follow on the keto diet, which I have found myself. I did intermittent fasting even before keto, and it was a lot harder when I wasn't on keto because I feel just so much more satisfied with the foods that I'm eating. So if you have trouble trying this, what I would recommend is just make it a gradual change. So every day, maybe push that breakfast meal back by an hour. So if you normally eat at 8 a.m., try to push it to 9, try to push it to 10, and then just see how your body adjusts, which you may find, like I did, that it is really a lot easier than I thought. And then you also, once you hit that 8-hour window, if you've done that for a while and then you've plateaued, you can always lengthen that fasting window. So if you want to lengthen it to 18 hours and then eat for 6 hours, you can continue to do that. Just see how you feel. But it's a great way to just accelerate that fat loss. You also want to make sure that you drink enough water, because water just helps boost your metabolism. It's going to make you feel more energized. So make sure that you're drinking at least half your body weight in ounces of water per day. So that will be my first tip, is intermittent fasting to try to break your plateau. So my second tip is calories. You really want to think about this. As you start your ketogenic lifestyle, as your body is transitioning, we really, don't want you to focus on the calories, because you're going to start transitioning. You're going to get those keto flu symptoms, and we want you to get past that. So really don't focus on the calories until you feel better. Once you've gotten out of the keto flu, then I would recommend getting an app to track your calories. Something like Carb Manager, which I have another YouTube video on that. But it's going to go ahead and pre-program in the amount of calories that you need to eat for your weight and your height. It has several settings. If you're planning to lose 1 pound a week, 2 pounds a week, however much you want to do, it will preset the amount of calories that you're supposed to eat. So, like I said previously, you want to note the portion size of the foods that you're eating, because again, keto foods have a lot more calories because of the fat content. So once you're starting to track, you can really see what you need to eat, how much you need to eat, and it makes it really easy to lose weight once you really know, how much avocado can I eat? I'm adding 2 tablespoons of butter here. You want to know the amount of calories in your food, because again, like any diet, it's still calories in equals calories out. So we don't want to just blow it. We don't want to forget it. That is the basic goal of any diet if you're planning to lose weight. You may be losing enough to maintain, but you might not be losing weight. Hey, Bob. You do. You have a shark. So anyways, so calories in equals calories out. Make sure you're tracking. Make sure you're looking at the portion sizes of your food. So our next, our number 3 would be your body composition. So you want to really not focus on the scale, because the scale is just a number. People start getting obsessed with hopping on their scale. And initially, you're going to lose several pounds because you're dropping all of that water weight when you first start keto. So you're going to be, wanting to hop on the scale every second. But at some point, as you get adjusted to this, you really notice it's really your body composition that's starting to change. As you're burning that fat, you're gaining muscle, you might not see those numbers keep dropping on the scale. So if you're a person that hops on the scale every morning, you seriously need to just throw your scale out the window, because it's more important to focus on your measurements. So, maybe every week, every several weeks, check your measurements. If you have that pair of skinny jeans, you may use that as something to really monitor how you're doing and try to fit back into that old pair of skinny jeans. And once you've hit that, you've had progress. But the scale is just a number. So we really just need to be focusing on the body composition. I mean, one of my customers, she wore a size 14 pants, got down to a size 8. Literally, the number on her scale didn't change, but obviously her body composition was changing. So, I don't want the scale not to motivate you to get past that plateau. So throw the scale out the window, focus on your selfie pictures in the mirror, focus on your measurements, and that is what you're really going to be looking at. And the last thing I want to mention to break your plateau is exogenous ketones. I know I had started the keto diet, I had gotten past the keto flu, and a friend recommended to me, hey, why don't you try these exogenous ketones? It puts you in ketosis in 60 minutes. And then it really helps you feel better. It gives you more energy. So that is the last thing I can recommend is... You have my dog and my son playing. But anyways, I do offer the 10-day experiences. They're super awesome. I have continued to take a pack of exogenous ketones every day in the morning. So if that is something that you do want to try, just let me know. It really just helps boost your energy, boost your mental clarity, and it puts you in that fat burning mode to help you break your plateau. So I just wanted to throw these 4 tips out there. So intermittent fasting would be number 1. Tracking calories, number 2. Not focusing on the scale and focusing on body composition would be number 3. Sorry about all the background noise. And then number 4, of course, exogenous ketones. that's your 4 ways to break your plateau. So I want you guys to be motivated. I want you guys to stay in this and just focus on how you feel. You feel so much better on keto when you get past the sugar cravings, when you get past the sugar highs, and you beat the bloat. All right, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right, have a great day.